to all. This is online session, standard 6th. Unit 1, geography part. The topic is resources. Hey students, I asked some questions from previous content. First one, what are biotic resources? Answer, all living things are biotic resources. Yes. Second one, example of biotic resources? Answer, plants, animal and other microorganisms. Third, example of renewable resource? Answer, solar. Do you know resources can be classified into natural, man-made and human resources? Already we discussed natural and man-made. Let's see man-made resources. Natural resources are modified by technology into man-made resources. Example, sugarcane proceeded to get sugar. All structures built by men can also be called man-made resources. For example, bridges, houses, roads. What natural resources are necessary to lay a road? Transforming of raw materials into finished goods is called secondary activities. Men's skill and ideas are the basic requirements for these activities. Dear students, let's move. The topic is human resource. A group of individuals or people who use nature to create more resources is called human resources. Though human beings are basically natural resources, we classify human beings separately. Education, health, knowledge and skill have made them a valuable resource. Example, doctors, teachers, scientists. Tertiary activities are basically concerned with the distribution of primary and secondary products through a system of transport and trade. Example, banking, trade and communication. Kantian thought of resource. There is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed. Mahatma Gandhi blamed human beings for deflation of resource because of first, over-exploitation of resources, second, unlimited needs of human beings. So, conservation is very important. Resource planning and management. Resource planning is a technique or skill of proper utilization of resource. Resource planning is necessary because resources are limited. Their planning is quite necessary so that we can use them properly, and at the same time we can save them for our future generations. Second, resources are not only limited but also they are unevenly distributed over the different parts of the world. Third, it is essential for the production of resources to protect them from over exploitation. Next, conservation of resources. Conservation means saving for future use. Careful use of resources is called conservation of resources. Resources are being used at a very fast rate due to the rapid increase in population. So natural resources are depleting fast. Using resources can control the depleting ratios. Development is necessary without affecting the needs of the future generations. If the present needs of resources are met and conserving of resource for the future are balanced, we call it sustainable development. Sustainable development can take place when the reasons for deflation are identified. Second, wastage and excess consumption is prevented. Third, reusable resources are recycled. Fourth, population is prevented. Fifth, environment is protected. Sixth, natural vegetation and wildlife are preserved. Seventh, alternative resources are used. The earliest way to conserve resources follow 3 R's: reduce, reuse and recycle. Reduce, reuse and recycle. Complete the lesson. Beginning to end, recap this chapter. Resource. Anything that fulfills human needs can be called a resource. Resources provided directly by nature are called natural resources. All living things are biotic resources. Collection of resources directly from nature is called natural resources. Potential resources are not utilized at present. After consumption, resources can be renewed with a period of time is called renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are resources that have limited stock. Resources that found everywhere are called universal resources. Natural resources, when proceed to meet men's needs, are called man-made resources. People are also referred to as resources. Tertiary activities are those which render services to production and distribution of goods. Careful use of resources is conservation of resources. Conservation means saving for future use. When the present population needs are fulfilled, the future generation needs will be met without damaging the environment. Sustainable development take place. A student end up today's session. Beginning to end, recall your own way. Okay, let's see homework session. Today's homework. Unit 1 Geography. Fully read and write home test each and every Roman. Thank you, my dear students.